Hey, good morning. Welcome to the Old Geezer's Diary. It's actually good afternoon, of course, because it's actually 12:30 while I'm doing this. Haven't done a live Old Geezer's Diary for ages, and the reason I've come back to it is because I'm getting increasingly annoyed, as I know many people do, about the way that pensioners, older people, are treated in the UK. And so I thought I'd start with a topic that's kind of got to me just lately because we've heard a lot about it. And this is what it is. So, how about the minimum wage for pensioners? I love the idea. Let me tell you a little bit more about that because one of the things that gets to me, we don't actually hear much about this. Um, and this is what old age pensioners, OAPs, get in our country right now. The basic state pension is £137.60 a week. Pension is paid to you in 4 week lumps. So over 4 weeks, you get £550 if you're on the basic UK pension. There we go. It's not a lot of money, is it, to live on and to pay any bills or all and any bills that you have. But we'll come to that in a moment or two. And there you go. So we'll now look at the national minimum wage. The national minimum wage goes up next year on the 1st of April 2022 to the huge sum of £9.18 per hour. And that comes out at £367. That's between 2.5 and 3 times the amount of a basic state pension. And it's £1,469 per 4 week month. Isn't that interesting? Don't you find that interesting? For most pensioners, I think for many pensioners at least, I don't get that much a month. I don't know if you do, but I'd love to know actually. I'm fascinated by what we actually get. We as pensioners, I know many pensioners who are on all kinds of benefits and bits and pieces and are still struggling to A, make ends meet, and B, to survive, to actually survive on the amount of money that they're getting from the state, having paid their taxes and their national insurance and all the stuff all their lives. That includes me, actually. I'm not a well off pensioner at all. I don't get this amount of money per 4 week month. I get somewhat less. But what I'd like to suggest to Her Majesty's government is that all pensioners, regardless of their pension package, should have a minimum income of this amount. Let's say £1,500 a month. If you already get X amount of state pension and Y amount of private pension, then if you're below that £1,500 a month, you should get it made up. It's mean tested. It's got to be mean tested because otherwise it would be the rich pensioners ripping off everybody else. But there should be a minimum income for a normal human being in the UK. 1,469 pounds per 4 weeks, or say £1,500 a month, whatever, should be around the level because the government have already determined that that's the minimum you need to live on. What do you think? I'd love to hear from you. I'm on Facebook and I'm on YouTube, and I'm talking about the minimum state minimum wage and the minimum pension. I don't care where your pension comes from in reality. I think that every pensioner should get an amount of income that is equivalent at least to the minimum national wage. And I believe that that seems to me to be equitable across the board for everybody. If you are one of those lucky pensioners who's on, I don't know, 20 or 30,000 pounds a year pension, good for you. I couldn't care less. I'm not jealous. What I'm saying is that everybody should get the same amount of money so that they can live reasonably. Isn't it interesting? Where do we go with this one? How do people live on that state pension? Are you on the state pension? To be honest with you, I doubt that very many basic state pension recipients would actually be seeing me ever now, because the reality, of course, is that they can't afford to be on the internet. But there you go. I find this really a very strange one. So there we go. That is my thesis, and I'm going to be talking about this more over coming days and weeks. As far as I'm concerned now on the Old Geezer's Diary, I'm going to go back having a go at this on a weekly, maybe even a daily basis. We'll see how it goes, and see what you think, because I believe that us old age pensioners don't get, in many cases, a fair crack of the whip. People who have retired recently can be on a lot of money, but a lot of people who've retired recently may not be on a lot of money. Okay, there you have it. I am Chris. This is the Old Geezer's Diary, and I'm going to be coming to you regularly, I hope, in the next few weeks and days. Maybe I can keep this going for longer than I've done in the past. It would be interesting to see where we go. Okay, I'm Chris. This is the Old Geezer's Diary. I'll be back with you right soon.